Well, David, it was quite the exciting show last night. I didn't expect to see two matches head-to-head the way they were, but they were exciting. You had to sit there and watch Carl and Kent go at each other over and over and over again, waiting for yourself to play. Tell me about what that experience was like.
It's just tough because, you're thinking, you put in your mind you got 3 holes and then you can go at it. Because, at the time you're thinking, okay, I don't care if I win or lose, I just want to get out there. Mm-hmm. And then we're sitting on the bench and we're kind of doing some commentary, and I know Will and I were just like, oh my God, we'll go play our own match, we'll tell them who won, and that's it. But it's tough, the whole hurry up and wait thing. We watched them play, I think it was about 7 holes of golf, and then Will and I had to get up there and then play like we've been warming up all day. So it was really tough. So especially the first tee shot, I was really stiff, which is probably why I hit it a little bit left. But it's just one of those things. Like, you just want to get out there. You don't want to watch anybody else. You want to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think it would have been better sort of sitting back at the hotel and just sort of relaxing a bit before you had to go out, as opposed to watching the tension and the drama of all of these crazy shots that were going on between those guys?
Yes, no. I mean, it probably would have been nice, but at that time, you have so much. For me, anyway, I had so much adrenaline, and every time they hit a shot, it's like me. Like, I was there commentating and saying things, but I was more so like visualizing my shots, and even at that time, it was just you're mentally focused and ready to go. So I don't even think I really could have stayed in the hotel room. I obviously would have liked to just played first, and then I would have known I was okay, and then hung out and whatnot. But I was glad I was watching. I probably couldn't have sat in the hotel room, because there were 2 friends of mine going at it. So I would have wanted to see the outcome regardless.
Yeah. Well, the conditions of the course, they started in the morning. By the time you got to play, was it after lunch, or was it, what was the timing-wise?
You know what? I can't really remember. I know that it was right around lunchtime that we ended up playing. So we sat around for quite a bit, Will and I. Mm-hmm. But I can't remember if it was after lunch or not. But it was kind of took the whole day for sure.
And then, so you didn't actually get a chance to go back to the range and warm up again after sitting there for a couple of hours?
No. We went out, and it was our turn to go play, so we went out there and played.
Oh, wow.
And but that's the name of the show. It's what people on TV don't see. It's we hit balls in the morning for 15 minutes, and then for Will and I wait 4 hours to hit another one. So that's what makes the show tough. And then on top of all the pressure and the nerves, and it's not like you got 18 holes to kind of get into it. You got really one shot, and then you have one kind of shot to get you loose, and other than that, you're under the gun right away. Mm-hmm.
Going into playing with Will, what were you thinking about your strategy against him? Were you looking at anything in specific, or just playing your own game?
Oh, I just wanted to play my own game. I mean, we do little interviews on the range before we go out and play, and the whole week I said I was really confident in what I was doing. I felt like I was hitting the golf ball really well. Mm-hmm. It's just I felt I had more of an advantage over Kent, Carl, or Will. Mm-hmm. Not from a golfing standpoint, just from I've been in essentially 4 elimination challenges. That, I guess, if you count that as an elimination challenge, was my 5th. Mm-hmm. So, it was win or go home. So it wasn't like you're jockeying for position on the money list, which I am still last on the money list, by the way. My strategy was just to go in and play well. I felt really good about where my golf game was at, and I knew that Will hadn't faced any pressure at all, really on the show, because he hit good shots when he needed to. But I felt like with me going through those elimination challenges, it really kind of, as I guess you can even see, I've progressively gotten more comfortable as my time on the show has gone on. So I was just worried about myself, and I knew that if, my goal was to go out there and make 3 birdies or an eagle and 2 birdies, and I knew that I would get the job done, and I didn't do that, but I think the nerves might have got to Will a little bit, but that's the name of the game.
Yeah, well, he hit some great shots. That side hill lie, 215 yards on 14 over the trees, that just was brilliant. Then you hit a good shot, that chip on 15 as well, got it, just skimmed the hole. And then, and then you had those good enough shots. You three-putted to win. You had, it was just like in the Carl and Kent, there were some amazing shots being played by you, some crazy shots being played, the ones by Will. I mean, it wasn't watching like a normal game. It was some real highs and some real lows. Mm-hmm.
Well, that shot I hit with that hybrid, I had to hit it under the one little pine tree and then wrap it around and kind of aim it over the water off that side hill lot. I don't know why I hit that shot. Because thinking of it now, it was just so stupid. But it was really good. And it worked out. I really thought I made the putt. I don't know how it hung out to the right. But for me, my drive on that hole was a killer. But other than that, I really didn't miss too many shots. Like the drive I hit left on 15, or the second hole, I guess, in the playoff there, I was aiming about maybe 5 yards right at that. Because I didn't want to be, I probably couldn't hit the shot that Carl hit, so I didn't want to be anywhere on the right. So I knew I had a one-shot lead, hit it way left, and go from there. I didn't think I was going to be blocked behind the trees a little bit, but that's kind of the risk you take when you don't aim at the fairway. But my chip was good, and even the shot I hit into 17. I think that they might have edited one of Will's shots out. I think he took a lash at it from the jungle there, and then it ended up staying in there, which is why I was so careless with my putts. I really wanted to make a birdie to make him feel better that, hey, no matter what, you weren't going to pull it off. So I gave it a good run. I didn't want to leave it short. And then once I knew all I had to do was tee putt from 5 feet, I just kind of hit it, because at that time, it doesn't matter as long as, I knew I won, and I just kind of carelessly got up there and hit it because I knew that, there was no way I could lose, which was a nice feeling.
Yeah, well, it must have taken a while when Will played that unplayable shot on 17 and it appeared the ball was lost, and then suddenly through editing, there's the ball. But how long did it take to find it?
It was a good bit. Yeah, it was quite a while.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we were there for really close to 5 minutes. I remember we had the rules official there, and I think we might have like 5 seconds to spare or something.
Wow.
Like it was really close.
Yeah.
It was very close, but we were all over there looking, and because we're from where Tom and Stephanie were standing, we was kind of near them, so they said they heard him hit, and we kind of tried to figure it out from there. But I think Will actually made 6 on the hole, not 5. They might have just edited that out a little bit, but it was one of those things. Like, I was really shocked when Will hit 3 wood off the first tee. I thought that was his, it's 3 holes. It's not like a 1-hole match play. It's 3 holes. I think he really needed to hit driver there. But it helped me, and I ended up hitting a really, really, really good shot. So it was funny. I was watching the show, and it was about 9:30 and Eastern time, and I was like, well, maybe they're not going to show me tonight, because I knew that they went 4 extra holes, Carl and Kent, and I was like, are they really going to prolong this to the finale? Like, just throw Will and I's match in there and go from there? But I was like, I wonder how this is all going to play out.
Yeah.
It was definitely it's nerve-wracking watching. Tonight was nice. I got a lot of nice messages from people. Facebook and Twitter and phone calls and texts and all that. But it's just tough for me to believe that I'm in the final of my favorite TV show.
Yeah, well,
it's been a dream to be on the show, and just to be on the show was a dream come true for me. So the roommates in the All-Canadian final.
Yeah, how about that? 2 roomies, both Canadians in the final. Yeah. The big break. So, okay, what did you guys talk about that night, the night before you had to face off?
They asked us, since nobody else has any of the rooms, do you guys want to split up and you guys can stay in separate rooms, have your own shower and bathroom? And Kent was like, well, man, it's working for me. I'll stay there. And I was like, I was like, yeah, I'll stay there too. So we ended up having dinner together, and we did our interviews, and then I think we played cards with one of the girls who works on the show. We played cards with her for a couple hours, and then we went in, watched some TV. Maybe we watched some basketball or something, and then hung out, just kind of talked. We sat in the hot tub, had a beer, and woke up together, had breakfast. Like, it was the final, so I think that they figured we wanted to, not be anywhere near each other, but that's not how it was. I think, and that was the story of the whole show. We became such good friends. We were so close on the show, and it was just kind of funny the way it worked out. People are like, "You guys are going to stay together?" We're like, "Yeah, what the heck? Why not?" But there's some good things online at that, like the golfchannel.com/bigbreak. They have all these little web exclusives, and they have like a happy hour and then a breakfast before the final show there. And there's some fun little stories exchanged, and I knew going into the day that that Kent and I kind of figured out how the show was going to work, and because he had more money and there's 4 guys and they wouldn't make him pick Will because that would be unfair. So he said, I'm going to have to pick between you and Carl. I'm not picking you. So I knew who I was playing, and he knew who he was going to play going into the day, which kind of was a little bit more comforting as well.
Well, it's down to the final show, and there you are. So
there I am.
Yeah.
The kid who's been last in the money list the whole time.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. More eliminations than anybody.
It is. Yep.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's going to be exciting watching it next week. I can't wait, and I'm really looking forward to congratulating you next week, I hope. So, have a great week, and let's connect one more time.
Absolutely, I can't wait. I will say that the format of the final show was really cool.
Oh.
It's different than what they've done before. It's similar but different.
Oh.
Because the show's all about the money. But it's. I remember when they said it, and I remember when they kind of explained it to us. I said, well, that's pretty cool. It's a really neat little format. So hopefully, it's made for TV, but it's a pretty cool little concept they had there.
Oh, great. So it's not just straight stroke play. All righty. Well, good. Well, thanks, David, for that insight. We look forward to that. And you have a great week, and we'll chat a week from today.
All right. Sounds great, Gail. Thanks so much.
Bye.